Hello and welcome to my floor. It is 10:30 at night. I've just come home from work. Goodness knows why I'm filming this introduction now, but anyway, here I am. So, I am finally going to be doing a Bellatrix cosplay. You know, I got the tattoo, it's my favourite thing. I wear the necklace every day, it was my destiny. And this time I'm not sewing from scratch because I did that in the past, like it was the first cosplay I tried to sew from scratch and it just didn't go how I wanted it to. I've improved a lot since then, but I just can't be bothered sewing from scratch again. And for a long time, the Bellatrix cosplay was one that I had in my head that I really wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it. Like, I don't want to sew from scratch, but I didn't know how to like buy clothes and edit them together because I've got a thing about screen accuracy. Like, I can't just do oh, this is the general vibe kind of thing. I've got to have it full screen accurate or else I'll go insane. So for the longest time, it was just in the back of my head as something I wanted to do, but I didn't know how. Then I saw a TikTok, which I'm going to try and link below, of a woman that bought various pieces and edited them together. And the final result, it was amazing. It was like full screen accurate. And I saw that and I went, I could do it like that. I could buy these various pieces and do whatever to them and then have the full costume and I won't have to get my sewing machine out. Brilliant. So I'll show you what I bought in a minute. And another thing is, I was thinking about reference pictures because, like, you know, obviously you need good reference pictures if you're sewing together an outfit, if you make... Another thing, I was thinking about reference photos. Like, you need good reference pictures if you're going to be copying an outfit. And I realised, very conveniently, I have this. I have one of the little dolls because I found it in Aldi and I had to buy her, of course I did. So I can just use this little costume as like a little bit of a reference and then find some good photos on the internet. But this is going to be great for reference pic, just for looking at and referring to and like getting a close look at all the little details. So she's very convenient, but I'm gonna show you the bits I bought. Okay, thing number one is just this. It's just one of the generic corset belt things. It's a Velcro one because the ones that aren't adjustable are just too big for me. I need the Velcro. But I'm going to try, like, you know how her corset, it has kind of like stitches on it. I'm going to try and recreate those on this. I'm going to edit it, you know, it'll look better. Thing number two, I actually found because of this lady's TikTok. These are like arm gloves, you know, like the things they do in Claire's accessories for edgy teenagers. They're arm gloves, but they've got like this, the exact right kind of stitching pattern on them. And because they're quite skinny, they're like skin tight. So I don't have to worry about making the crisscross open bit on the arms. These are just pre-made for me. How brilliant is that? And I would have never thought of that unless I'd watched that lady's TikTok. So these are the second. This is the third thing. It's a V-neck, like cold shoulder top. So what I'm thinking I can do is I can just get like a shoelace or something and I can make the crisscrossy pattern up here with that. You know, I'm clearly very good at explaining myself, but hopefully you understand what I mean. And it's already got the right kind of neckline. I'll cut it a bit more if I have to. But then I can just layer... I can cut these sleeves and I'm going to like layer these gloves on top. Like, you won't be able to tell it's two separate things. And this is one of the last things I got. It's just a generic, it's just a black A-line skirt. But the reason I bought this one is because it has pockets. And I don't like bringing bags or coats if I'm in cosplay. Like, if it's not part of the costume, I'm not wearing it. So this has a nice phone pocket for me. And I already have my wand. I bought this years and years and years ago, but yes, I already have her. And another thing that I have today, it is just a silver, it was advertised as like a fabric, it's like a fabric acrylic marker thing. And this is what I'm going to use to draw the silvery designs onto the fabric, onto this bit. So that is essentially everything I need. I've also got, all the way back over there, brown hairspray, because what I always say is if you use your real hair in a cosplay, it automatically makes you look like 10 million times better. And you know, I already have this crazy hair anyway, so I may as well use it to my advantage. I'll style it on the day. So I suppose my first step is going to be just kind of roughing everything up a bit, like specifically the skirt. Like, Oh, by the way, all this stuff I got from Shein. Don't come for me. I specifically got it from Shein because one, the lady whose video inspired me, she got a lot of this stuff from Shein. But I wanted it fast, I wanted it cheap. And it all came to about £10 total, which is really fucking good for like 4 items. But anyway, yeah, first thing I think I'm going to do is I might just take my skirt and just get the bottom of it and like seam rip it a bit, cut it up a bit, because this is Bellatrix. We don't want it to be completely clean and perfect. You want it to look a bit like raggedy and old, so DIY aging, get your seam ripper and go mad. So this is the final state at the bottom of my skirt. Ignore my carpet. All I essentially did was just take my seam ripper and like haphazardly rip out the hemline. I just ripped out the sewn bit of the hem, you know, and absolutely was not careful with it. And this is just how it looks like. And I did cut some pieces up here just for, you know, effect. So that's that bit done. Okay, that is both sleeves done. See, the thing that's great about doing cosplays for characters that aren't like really well put together is that you don't need to be neat with everything. Like, I've literally just ripped a hole in this fabric to get the lace through, and it's fine. So, on to the next part. Hello and welcome to me drawing swirls. So, I have my little friend for reference, and I'm currently doing all the little swirls that's on the top of the bodice. Now, I did start by going off an actual, you know, picture, like an actual picture of Helena herself, but they're kind of hard to copy one-to-one, so I'm just copying the general, like, swirl pattern. And what I'm kind of doing is I've got this pen which comes out like that kind of colour, but if you just kind of tap it a bit, like you just draw it on, and then you can just like tap it a little bit and it will make it fainter, like for these. So I'll be back in like 16 years once I finish adding all of these swirls. Please ignore whatever's going on with my hair right now, but ignore the fact that I'm wearing obviously another top underneath this because I didn't want to get naked. But I have discovered it is 2 million times easier to draw these swirls on when I'm just wearing the top, because I can see where my boobs fit in it, you know, and I can just see how it stretches. And I'm pretty happy with this, honestly. I'm just going to kind of even it out up here a bit because I feel like this is denser than this. But other than that, then I can move on to the sleeves because she's also got a bit of the same pattern up here on this bit. So I'm going to do that. So here's my cheeky little update. I am very excited. I think it's coming along well. I'm still wearing a top underneath, but ignore that. I've done the swirls up here as well. I've also done the swirls on my gloves, and these are literally just gloves. I've got the pattern here, and this is pretty much the top part finished. Obviously it's going to look better when I'm actually fully dressed, but the top is finished. I'm very excited how this is coming along. So this is the corset done. So all I did was just jam a pen into like the pleather of this until it started peeling up a bit, and now it's got this kind of effect, like it looks like the stitches on hers. And also the laces that lace up the front bit, I just tightened them up a lot because I didn't like how fat they were, and it looks better like this. Okay, so I finished my skirt. I feel like I've spent half my life drawing on little tiny swirls at this point, but yeah, that is all of the pieces finally put together, unless I'm forgetting something important. So I'm going to try it on now. Again, I'm a hot mess right now, so ignore that, but I'm going to try it all on, and it's currently the 24th, I think, as I'm recording this, so the next time you'll see me in full like costume, hair and makeup is on the day of Halloween, because I'm not doing my hair and makeup now. But let's try it all on and see what it looks like. Okay, so you're gonna have to excuse the bad lighting and the bad angle, but this is my kitchen for demonstration purposes. There we go, let's do that. So this is me pretty much done. It's really hard to get my full body in shot, but yeah, here's the bottom as well. It's just the skirt. But the only other thing I've done since filming that portion is I've cut the neckline a bit, just because I felt it was too neat and it was too high up, so I I literally just got a pair of scissors. I might do that on the day, just kind of twist that there. But yeah, this is the finished sewing product, and I am going to show you the full product of what it actually looks like on the day, because obviously this is just my hair. But yeah, I think it did a pretty good job. So much better than the first one that I ever made. I don't think I have any pictures of it, but the first one I tried to make by myself, the first time I ever tried sewing anything. Oh my gosh, this one fits me so much better. Only problem is I might have cut this neckline too low, and I am going to work in this, so don't want to slip out in the middle of the shop floor, but other than that, I'm so happy with this. So I'm excited to see the final picture. Are you guys ready for this final product? I am in my kitchen. How cool is this? I'm very proud of her. Look at my sleeves. And the hair is really what makes it. Essentially all I did was kind of put half of it up and spray it brown with root spray. And for the white bit, I just got some like really cheap dry shampoo and just sprayed it in as close as I could. Just whack some got to be glued on top and you're pretty much set. Like, I already have the crazy Helena curls, so didn't really need to do much on that front, but yeah, I am very pleased with this. Get a bit closer. So, I don't know if that was a tutorial or not. I don't know what this was. This was just come with me while I do this thing, I guess. But yeah, like, subscribe, follow, what fucking ever. Goodbye.